Almost. Hello, hello. I think we made it. I think we're live. Now I have to figure out how to go live on Facebook, which is always the big question. There we go. It just takes a second to work. Hello, LinkedIn. I think we're on YouTube. And today we are talking more about going through the Launch Your Business Academy, what that looks like for our businesses, what we're learning, how it's changing our businesses, et cetera, et cetera. I do believe that this week we are learning about online presence, making sure your business is found online, making sure you're actually online, and all of the details in the middle. So, JKN, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you learned?
This is a topic I love. I have been screaming, not loud enough apparently, that we should really be putting, I mean, for me personally, maybe you don't feel the same way, but for me personally, SEO and being present on places on search engines, not social media platforms, is a huge priority for me. Because it's just the gift that keeps giving back. So I say that and I tell people what my strategies are, right? And I work on it every single day. But friends, I realized yesterday going through the week 1 content of online presence that I have been afraid to check my results. And when I say my results, I mean like I'm tracking traffic to my site and those kind of things. But the findability quiz thing was a bit of an eye-opener.
How did it go?
Bit of an eye-opener. I found out some really fantastic things that I was really surprised about. I discovered some things that I was super angry about because I had done the things. I discovered some things that were humorous. What else? I found all the things. So the number one thing that I took from the week 1 is you need to do that findability thing like frequently, like often. Like,
so the findability thing, guys, is if you go to our workshop, I give it away for free in the workshop, and it is a findability score worksheet, and you go through and it will tell you if people can actually find you online. Because a lot of people aren't showing up on Google. A lot of small business owners are not making this a priority. And the happy little checklist worksheet thing will give you a score and tell you that you are failing or you're doing great, etc. And more things that you can do inside of that.
so do you want to talk about some of the things that I found? Because it could
Yes.
it could be entertaining. It will
Yes.
be entertaining,
I
but
wanna
it could
know.
be very helpful. Okay, so I did just Google checks. I've been staying away from Googling my own name, Googling any of my companies. I didn't want to know what came up, to be honest. So the first thing that I did is I did the Find My Business, right, for JKN Solutions. And what was amazing was I dominate that page. Like I'm all over JK. If you search for, don't look it up, Kara.
I was going to.
I know you are. I was all over the page, right? This is the part that's embarrassing. So I did it on my phone. And you can see I'm on LinkedIn and I'm on this place and I'm all over the place. But do you know what I didn't see? My Google My Business listing. But I was on my phone, so I need to search again because it maybe it's not really broken and it just wasn't showing up on mobile. But even if it was just not showing up, that's not cool because I spent a lot of time working on it, right? Okay, so there's that. So that's one thing that I was impressed about. One thing that I was not happy about, right? What else? So one thing that I found interesting is I did the same thing for my travel company. And you know how when you search something in Google, that's all the ads pop up at the top of the page?
Yeah.
So one of our competitors, I kid you not, is running an ad, and the headline of their ad is straight up Trip LA Incentives, the name of my company. So, it's funny. Like, I didn't even know that we always thought that they just thought we were a joke, right? And now I found this, like, ha! I'm finally catching you. But now I have to go throw freaking money at Google Ads because now I have to fight with this competitor. So that was the funny thing that I found. Oh, I know what else. So back to what I was saying in the beginning, I've been putting a ton of resources into YouTube because YouTube is not a social media platform, friends. It is a search engine. It is owned by Google. If you're putting content on YouTube, it will be found and used. It's the gift that keeps giving. I saw all of the searches that I did. I saw lots of YouTube stuff. So that was exciting. Like that was I felt like I've been doing a lot of work since January and see some results. What else? I feel like there was one other thing that I was like, oh my gosh. But now I don't remember what it was. Let me see. I want to word this properly. Okay, so I just started promoting this new program thing, and I'm implementing the things in a lot of my other businesses. And one thing that I've learned from this program is how to post free ads. And this is another thing that I was really super excited about. These free ads are backlinks to your website. So my authority for that particular website is through the roof.
Nice.
Because I've just been spending like half an hour every single day posting basically my website on free ad sites. So that was the other thing that I've learned that was very surprising because that's new. I have not done any real I don't want to say real work, but I haven't done any super hard work, and it hasn't been for very long, less than 30 days. So those are the things that I learned doing the findability score. I have to go back through it now and be detailed because there's lots of things that I need to fix, lots of things that are not where they're supposed to be, all the things. But it was a really good exercise.
It is a good exercise. I use it all the time. I Google myself constantly. I don't know that I don't go through the findability score worksheet all the time, but I check where I rank frequently. I probably should start using a computer that's not my own computer. I mean, I'm using an incognito window, but I still think it knows. I still think it knows that it's me. So I should probably
I don't know if that's true because I actually am in the process of hiring an SEO company for my travel company. And that guy, SEO is their thing. I love SEO. I love working on it and whatnot, but it's not my zone of genius, right? So this guy showed us, first of all, you've probably heard me say, hopefully people watching this have heard me say, the cobbler's children have no shoes, right? So the things that you say, the things that you teach, especially if you're a marketing person, you do them last for your own business, right? So first we were looking at his website and, he was pointing out things that we could do to improve our area, our website and whatnot. And then he's like, but let me show you something. We were talking about keywords and those type of things. And he went into an incognito window and searched for whatever keyword for his business. And he legit was the number one guy. Like you could not deny that he was the number one. His company is the number one thing. So I think in an incognito window, it's still okay. That's my whole point.
I'll accept it.
Yeah.
I'll accept it. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. We are skipping. Too many people are skipping Google because they're like, well, it's just social media. And one of the other things we talk about in this class too is the importance of having your own website. Because again, people are like, well, I just have social media. Concerns with that. You don't own your social media pages. Do you guys know that? You don't own your social media pages. They can remove you for any reason. They can go the way of MySpace and just become irrelevant. Yeah, you can get banned, you can get blocked, you can get shadow banned. They change the algorithm. You can't reach people anymore. You don't own your social media spaces, and they're not very user-friendly as far as shopping goes. So people are actually looking to book things with you. Social media isn't the best place to do that. There's too much distraction. There's too much competition. There's a million other things. They really have to be dedicated to it versus a website, which is set up when you own the space. You can say whatever you want to say, and you can lead people through a whole client journey just on your website to get them to actually shop with you. And it ranks higher on Google. You have more chances to hit Google that way too. I think that's overlooked. by a lot of small business owners.
Okay, so I have to be the devil's advocate here. I do think that you need a website eventually. A lot of people hear that and they're like, I don't want to do it. I don't have the money to pay for it. You can get away without having, I think, I don't know how you feel, but it is I had just landing pages for the longest time. But here's the thing, you are still sharing, that's still your space, right? You're sharing a direct link to the landing page. You're still building out the customer journey. It's much easier than trying to build a whole website. So when you hear Kara say you have to have a website, I'm putting words in your mouth.
They're good.
I would say you don't stress out about the website. Just even if you have like, it's not as good, but even if you have like a link tree, it's a customer journey. You can still get kicked off that platform, but you're directing people to where they can buy your stuff. You're giving them all the options. Hopefully that took away some stress.
No, I agree. I totally agree. If you're starting with a couple landing pages, that's fine. Even if a Canva website is never going to rank as well as other websites, but if you're starting and it's fine. So that's still fine. If you want to use like a Canva website or you have a link tree that goes to some other landing pages and things aren't all connected yet, it's still better than not having it. So it still counts and it still works. And then as your business grows, then you start making changes and you start updating things and you make it better and more efficient and help it rank higher on Google. This is like
Alexa, HTML.
The beginning. Make sure you have some kind of website that you have more control over so you can start gathering information so you have a better journey, et cetera, et cetera.
I thought of one other thing. You were talking about, I don't know which section it was, but you were doing Google searches. You were searching for keywords. And another thing that I learned is you can cheat. You can cheat in the keyword world. And what I mean by that, you specifically in the training, we're talking about, if you are, I don't know what example you used, but like you were talking about custom t-shirts. So if you're selling custom t-shirts in one city versus whether you want to do custom t-shirts in the whole country, that's a bigger search field, right? So here's the thing. If you optimize your website, let's say around, just throwing something out there, custom t-shirts in Blanding, Utah, which I think you used, right?
I did. Good job.
Do you know how many keywords that actually is?
4.
Yeah, because custom t-shirts in Blanding, Utah, custom t-shirts in Blanding, custom t-shirts, and t-shirts. Yeah.
Or even Blanding, because Blanding's small, Blanding could actually be a 5th one. Blanding, Utah could be another one too.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, keep that in mind when you're doing your there's all kinds of tools you can use for keyword research. And here's another thing. Just because you're using a keyword in, there are website keyword searches. There are YouTube keyword searches. A lot of times they're similar, but they'll rank differently. So you have to, when you're getting really advanced, make sure that you're being specific to your platforms too. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm excited because I told you earlier today that some of our current clients are asking for like a tier 2, and you and I could go so deep on some of this stuff because the academy is like, you are starting your business and you're not really sure how to put your feet in it, and you need to make sure you have all the things done, but you don't know what it looks like. And so this is what it looks like. Here's how you build it. But then we can build more and go deeper and deeper and deeper because there's so much to get into. And SEO is fun. And when I had my first business, which was a photography studio, we rigged the system so well. First, we had tons of blog posts, which helped so much.
Mm-hmm.
And we also, on every single picture that we put on social media, we put our keywords on it.
Mm-hmm.
At the bottom. We put our keywords at the bottom. If you search for a photographer within 200 miles of me, it was almost exclusively my stuff because for years I had been playing the SEO game on social media, on my blog, on my website, on the directories, all of the things. And so if you searched for something really 200 miles of me. It was like,
So
Kara.
great cheat. This is so simple to do. Anytime that you are putting out content, if you can, especially if you're putting it on your website, every image, not only put some keywords in the image, if you can link that image to something, that's a backlink, friends. Google loves that shit. The alt description is it's really good for people so that you're accessible for handicap accessible, right? But it's also great for your SEO. What was the other thing I was going to say? Those two things. Keywords, images. It's so easy. It is stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. And if you're aware of where to play the game and how to do it, it really can get really fun and easy. And it's just every day. I was when I sold that company, she decided she didn't need a website. And it is one of the saddest things that ever happened because the SEO for that website was so stinking amazing.
I feel like that was a really bad decision.
Oh, I think about it every day. Don't you worry.
I feel like that business owner made a rookie. This is one of those 100,000. That's probably way more than $100,000 mistake, but yeah. Anyway, okay. What else?
That was, I mean, that kind of covers a ton of it. With that, let me go back to that website, my old one. With that website, we got constant leads because our competition just wasn't there. And a lot of small businesses, guys, they're just not showing up here. They don't understand how it works. They're not doing it right. I'm checking my social media right now, and my social media manager doesn't do this, so I will be sending her a message. Most small business owners aren't doing it. And so if you can do that, you're beating out your competition. If you can care about your search engine optimization on every platform and you're thinking of it every time you post, you can absolutely dominate your spaces. There's no reason you can't. It's cool.
You have to everything you pay for with either time or money. So SEO optimization, if you do it yourself, just these tiny little tweaks, that's free. And then if you get really good at it and you start throwing ads at your stuff, whew.
Yeah.
Man, just saying. Anyway.
Oh man. All right.
An ad.
What else? SEO. I love this topic, and I love this topic. There's a great company in Utah called SEBO Marketing, SEBO for anyone who's in Utah, and they teach a free SEO Google boot camp, and they feed you lunch and everything. Everyone should take it. I've taken it twice at least. And it's fantastic, and it will help you figure a lot of this out too. Okay, JKN, was there anything else you wanted that stood out to you or made you excited?
No, I appreciate being forced to do the findability thing because now I've got a whole new list of stuff I gotta go fix and do, and a lot of it's pretty simple. So that's exciting, and it wasn't hard, right? Like, it's not hard, but you don't know what you don't know, and you do the findability score, and then you have no excuse to fix it.
Exactly. And if you could start learning that and then pay attention to it, just pay attention to it with your regular posting. Just start there. So you're putting the search words in there. So you're putting your business name. In my old business, it was Illuminated Moments, and every single thing ended in copyright Illuminated Moments and then a slash. And it was like portrait photographer in Utah wedding photographer, Colorado wedding photographer, Durango, whatever matched the picture. That alone helped us a ton. And that's such an easy step. That is such an easy thing to put in there. It's going to increase your rankings on Google, on any social media platforms you're using. It's just such an easy way to do it. Okay. All right. That's all I have. Any last thoughts there, JKN, before we go?
Nope.
Okay.
Get to work, people. Get to work.
Pay attention to how you're showing up, how people can find you, what they have to search for. Okay. We'll be back next week. We're going to be talking, I think, about social media next week. Is that what's next for next week? It is.
I think so.
Okay. We will be back. Goodbye to Stacy and Denise, who are here talking to us, and let us know if you guys have any questions. See you later.
See ya.